Hey, we are live, and I am already 4 minutes late because everything went wrong. So that's why this is a test, because that's when everything goes wrong is when you're doing a test, right? All right. I've lost my mouse. There we go. Comments. So let me know if you join. I see we have one, and I am one. Now look at my glasses. I rigged up a camera and it didn't work. It looks like it's working. I used my phone as a camera. Show it to you right here. I have my phone, I'm using it as a camera, and it's not doing it. I wanted to be able to be, up here and properly lit and all of those things, and it's not working. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? No, Dan and Crystal. They're gone. Well, Crystal's off, and Dan just celebrated his birthday and has the night off while he's at Novi. Hey, Chris, this is my mom, Sharon. Meet Chris. Um, and you're doing amazing. That's awesome. Well, I am not stepping on Dan's time at 6, but I just thought in case people were bored, now would be a nice time to run this test. And do you remember the early days when Dan's tests where nothing worked? All right, I thought I would be able to hear myself, hear my microphone, but I don't. It's this mic, isn't it? It's the mic you're getting. Hi, Mom. Perfect. All right, so nothing went right. Trying to get this off. I was editing the video for tomorrow. I have a video on the travel channel coming out tomorrow, and I was editing it, and the software crashed, and I lost all of my edits for like an hour. Says you were going to be on. Well, I'm excited that I'm on, but it's just barely. So let me adjust the lighting. Do you remember the early days of Dan trying to do this? The only way to test live streaming is to live stream. And so that's what we're doing. That's why it's kind of a secret. This is the secret live stream. Oh, and I'm going to have legs, which is a secret. People don't have legs in a live stream. All right, let me see if I can bring up the lighting a little bit, because I'm stuck on my webcam. I was trying to use my phone as a webcam, and it looks like it's working. Look, it's doing all the things, but oh no, I have a medical bill to pay. But now that's too bright, right? Now I'm all washed out. And then I'm trying to get this light to show. Oh no. And see, now I have lighting, but it's terrible. Why? Because I'm on a webcam. Because my camera wouldn't work. So I've got a while. It looks like everything is working with that camera, and then I got nothing. So yes, don't tell that there's a live stream. This is a secret. So trying to get my mouse back over so that I can actually scroll. Robert, hi from Australia. Hi, Bailey. Oh, you're the third one on. Yes, you are. Okay, in the chat, please let everybody know where you're from. Well, I keep playing with the lighting because I want to know where everyone's from. I love the from Australia. What part of Australia? It's a whole continent, and it's kind of big. So let's talk about the plan for tonight. The plan is I'm going to see everything that can go wrong. I had a practical disaster as well, trying to get this to go. Look, that light just looks terrible. My practice. Indiana, that's awesome. I don't know anything about Indiana. Phoenix, Arizona. Chris, I always imagine that you are in Lancaster. That is so funny that you're all the way out in Phoenix. Ohio. Hey, TJ, how you doing? So please let us know. And that is my mom, who she said, what time are you going live? And I said, why? She's because I was going to be there. And I thought, because you couldn't see when I was going live. Okay, this camera's too low. So this is the things that you adjust. That light, it's bad. I got to figure out a way. Maybe I'll just buy a webcam, because using my phone as a webcam didn't work at all. And now I think I'm just overheating my phone. Okay, Ohio. Ohio gozaimasu. No, wrong Ohio. So I used to go to Ohio. I went to Ohio once because my sister lived in Ohio, right, Mom? So we got to go out to Ohio. There was a lot of corn. Corn's been getting all the credit on TikTok lately. Okay, I'm trying to raise this camera up on my webcam because the external webcam I tried to run, it's my music for Sunday. I got the drummer's folder. So this is what I was trying to lead. Uncle Yukon is in the house. Hey, we're all talking about where we're from. Where are you from, Uncle Yukon? I could give it away. Oh, we have to have a meetup. Okay, so here is my music for Sunday. And so in the chat, I want you, while I mess with all of this, I want you to let the other people in the chat know, are you a musician? Are you from RFS Dan's channel? He goes live every weekend. Or are you both? That would be awesome to know which way, because I think everybody's going to be one or the other. Anyway, I've been trying to practice the set, and I have an impossibly hard song for Sunday. And so that's why that is handy. Oh, wait, this might lift the camera up a little bit higher. I have a really big Bible my mom gave me. You play a mean radio, Uncle Yukon? I bet you know a lot about music because you know a lot of history about things. No, wrong way. This way. This way. Where's my bass? It's behind my name. Do you believe me that there's a bass back there? Oh, Robert. Awesome. A Mustang. I have a Mustang bass in the house. Actually, I have two, but I'm not going to get the one out for Sunday. So, non-musician types that are in the house. There is bass. It's not plugged in. I mean, it is plugged in, but it's not turned on. So this is a Mustang bass. And Mustang basses are called a short scale. So they're not as big as a full-size bass. I believe it's 30 inches. And it's got, 17 or 19 frets? It's got fewer frets because it cuts off a little sooner. But it makes it easier for me because I have had a pretty major neck injury. And so being able to lift a not quite so heavy bass is really advantageous. So. What do you do when you cough? Oh, live stream. I don't even know what to do with the coughing. So this is a test to see if everything was going to work. Oh, and it failed miserably. While I was adjusting everything, I knocked a votive candle holder off of my desk and it fell down on top of my mug and smashed my mug. So I had glass everywhere, which, you know, when you're going live, no glass between friends. All right, let's see. I have an AMX 169 390 4-speed. Used to own a 67. That's a different kind of Mustang, Uncle Yukon. There's a Mustang bass. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's better. Mustang bass versus the Mustang car. Not terribly similar. Oh, you added. Okay, Bailey, tell me about these. Is that the right name? Tell me about these two pedals you added because I have like 6 pedals and 2 of them almost never get used. Is that a bass thing? I think that might be a bass thing because I think guitar players, they use all of their pedals. All right, so I got myself kind of in a better spot here. This is where I kind of wanted to be. So that's good, even though I didn't get to use. I have a tripod and everything. And my lighting still looks really low to me. How does it look on your guys' end? Can you give me some feedback? I have 2 questions. It looks grainy to me, or does it look grainy to you, or does the stream look okay? I might have to spend money on a webcam since it didn't see my phone as a webcam. And this microphone, for some reason, I have everything turned all the way up and I'm still getting really low readings. So are you able to hear me okay? And you see me? Do you see me okay? It is a bit blurry. It's grainy. See, that's what I thought. Now, I thought maybe it was low light. Let's see if we get rid of low light. This is why this is a test. Tests go like this. But wait, not a boring moment. Let's see if the grainy goes away if I raise the light up. But we're not going to get bored. I have more stuff to do in the comments. because I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks, Uncle Yukon. I'll use that. Okay. I want everybody in the comments to please name. I seriously drew questions out of questions from a hat. Is the audio good? Because it looks like it's really low, but it's okay. You didn't have to crank your sound up. Okay, questions from a hat. I expect everyone to answer. We're going to play along, get to know each other. 2 people you can count on. And that you can't answer anybody that's in the chat already. So I'm going to say, I can count on my sister and I can count on my husband. So Terry and Jerry. All right, everybody. I expect you to participate in this. Now, while I try to fix things. Now I can flood the room with light. That's just my regular light switch on. And now let me know if, oh, Uncle Yukon, I like your dog. Gotta get the mouse to move. I'm having mouse issues. I put the second screen up thinking I'd need it, and now Terry and Jerry. Yeah, I know, isn't that cute? The mouse won't come back. Come on, mouse. All right. Chris, Amanda, my wife, and my mama. Ah, aren't they sweet? You are sweet. Yes, I count on Amanda when we're playing Dan's game show to get the good answers. Can I get the mouse to come back? Okay, that's a weird thing to have go wrong. So I can't scroll back up. I was going to read some more about your dog on Cookie. Now it's gone. Hey, KJ Chicago's in the house. Hey, KJ Chicago. Okay, if you look through my videos, you know I'm right, KJ. KJ has commented on every video that I've ever done on my base channel. I think so. And something positive, something nice, something sweet. And I really appreciate it. Moosey. Moosey the white rat. Nice, Uncle Yukon. Is that someone you can count on? Right now, we're all participating in a little question and answer. Who is someone you can count on? Thank you, all 9 of you, for being here for this test. So now that I've flooded the light, let me know. Do you think it's a little less greeny? I sound better on this live stream. Oh, good. Well, I got a new microphone. This is my microphone. Remember the microphone review video? Because I haven't bought anything and not reviewed it. I can get this out of my face then, if you can hear okay. I was trying to kind of sit on it because I wasn't sure about my levels, but yep, still grainy. Okay, so before I go live, and this is announcement time. Not as dark still this week. Thanks, Uncle Yukon. Yes, Chris. Some people appreciate nice comments that are sweet and supportive. I don't like what this camera is doing to that light right there either. So I think before I don't know, I downloaded all the stuff to be able to use my phone as a camera, and it all worked in test. It doesn't work in the real settings. So I think what I'll be doing is, oh yeah, and I've lost my mouse. I can't click on anything. How does that happen? How do you just lose the mouse? Let's try this. I guess I can unplug my phone as a camera. I'm not using that. This is the cord mouse. But the mouse on my tap pad won't work. What strange things can go wrong when you're testing? All right. Why is it at max resolution 720? Is that just normal for a live stream, or is that a setting that I could change if my mouse would come back? I have no mouse. How can I have no mouse? There's 8 people here. This is just a test. This is what tests are like. So we tested, and we know we cannot use my phone as a camera, as a webcam. That was a fail. And I have no mouse, so I can't click on anything. So we'll have to figure that out. I have a Hello Kitty guitar. Okay. All right. I have someone help me out here. I have this cat and a Funko. That's a Funko Pop. Not sure what cat it is. Yes, this is only a test, and it is multiple choice. And I was going to say that the people who lost that lose the multiple choice question would be come under some kind of harm, but I realized I was going to get banned. I can't do that. So I will have to figure out a webcam before we go live. The plan is to go live. I got to look at my calendar. For the real, this is only a test. The plan is to actually go live on Black Friday. So we're going to schedule a 5:30 live stream on Black Friday. Our friends Dan and Crystal are off that day, and I guess they're going to be shopping. And so we will go live on Friday the 25th. And it's going to be a show. And this is only you guys know ahead of time because you came to the test. It's going to be a show about Christmas presents. We're going to talk about Christmas presents. So I'm kind of excited about that. Boy, I'd go to a 2-screen and show you the thumbnail, except for that my mouse is not working. It is on my second screen and just sticking there. I don't think I could, no, I could unplug the second screen. Ha! That's what I'll do. This is a test. This is only a test. Okay. Now I have a mouse. Hey, look at that. Oh, I guess this is why you don't do this for the real thing. All right. For all of you, KJ Chicago. Are you into vintage audio like record players and cassettes, 8 tracks, and reel-to-reel? I have a vintage stereo system. No. No, really, where did the mouse go? Oh, it's not. It's the trackpad mouse. It got stuck on the other screen. I just unplugged the other screen, so I'll only have one screen. So here's the deal. I have not collected vintage gear for listening to audio. Uncle Yukon, do you have any vintage gear? Do you have your record player still or your 8 tracks? Mom, I would think that my mom does, but I know full well that all she's doing is telling Amazon to play different songs. So I will not say her name for those of you who have her in your house. My son Caleb, who is just above 30 years old, he does have a record player. So we have collected albums for him. Oh, okay. Yukon is vintage gear, Chris. Now I know I can show worship gigs and explain how it works. Okay, so look at that. When I have a mouse, things come up. Oh, hey, 10 of you here. Welcome. Make sure you let us know in the chat where you're from if you haven't already. And let us know if you're here because you watch our friends Dan and Crystal or because you're a musician or some other great reason. So Robert Wilson has said, I like when you show worship gigs and explain how it works. Robert, I'm starting a series. And so I'm going to go and do some back catalog work that I should have done a long time ago on this channel. And we're going to start from the beginning. That's why we started with how to use Planning Center Online. And then we're going to go how to plug in at a gig, how to play music. I have so many ideas and I'm looking for more ideas. So you guys have a private meeting with me here, just the 10 of us. And so if you are thinking of any ideas for videos you'd like to see me make or remake, since I've been making them for a gazillion years, it's time to update things. Vintage is new, I'm old. Yes, Uncle Ika. And so I'm going to be doing this series. So if you have any direction, Robert, that you want, but I do like to show how things can be done. And hoping to have multiple stages to show you and setups to show you so that you can compare things, and lots of B-roll, I'm hoping. Thank you. All right, how do I bring this back now? Here we go. Hi. Oh, Uncle Yukon, how do you say the name of your dog? Uncle Yukon has a big dog. I'm trying to scroll back. I'm so bad. Not a Siberian Husky, Malamute, right? Which is bigger. And you should check out Uncle Yukon on YouTube. He also goes fishing, which is always a hit at my house. Aliska. That is what my husband watches on YouTube. Lots and lots of fishing. I can tell you about different kinds of rods. It's so funny that you can be watching YouTube and I'm watching YouTube and we're watching completely different things. Not me and my mother. We have all the same recommended. So always remember to go check your subscriptions, because I could put out new videos and they not go into your recommended. Alaskan Malamute. I love Okay, let's just take a moment and talk about how cool Alaskan Malamutes are. Like, I'm definitely allergic to dogs. It's true. Does that stop me? Not always. I got to meet our friend Jess's dog, Shelby, before she passed away, so that was pretty awesome. But there is Benadryl involved. Okay, so for the musicians in the house, I don't want this to get too boring, so I'm going to show you what's going on. I changed my whole room setup here, so you can see I've got my, oh, it's not the kind of, okay. There's my acoustic electric, which is my Ibanez. Then there is my art and leisure. No. Art and Luthery acoustic guitar, an Art and Luthery acoustic guitar. I have my daughter's ukulele. She bought this on her trip to Hawaii and it did not move with her, so I have gained a ukulele. I don't know how to play it. Caleb knows how. My son, the guy with the record player. You'll also see the glare. I'm going to get a better camera, I promise. This is a little Fender Precision, just a little bit. I have a little bass problem. I also like that with a really small, the little tiny bottles of wine. I'm like, oh no, I have a little drinking problem. And I have a little bass problem. It has strings on it. Can you hear it? All right. And a little amplifier. Because if you have a little bass, you gotta have a little amp. It's an actual Fender. It says Fender on it. This is actual space where I play. This is it. This is all we got. And then on that side, there's that Mustang bass, a mandolin, and then my Music Master bass. And so there is a lot of gear going on, and I need to buy more to keep these videos going. And that's always hard. Oh, and there's the other bass sitting on the floor. My gigging bass is in the case. Oh, this side over here. All right. You like dogs or cats? Dogs, cats. Oh, I love cats too. So the Guitar Center. I love AJ and this, Chris. Okay, so the Guitar Center is on the right side of the screen. Does that make the rack on the left the Bass Pro Shop, or is the Bass Pro Shop? That's what it is. It's the Bass Pro Shop, yes. Boy, cowboy, boy, what a guitar collection you have. Oh, thank you. It's not everything that I should have, but there is more than I should. Is the white Mustang the CIJ? Yes. Yes, it is. You need a poster on your wall. Well, my head is kind of in the way. And since this is a secret stream, I should show you guys around the room a little bit. So this is the base side. The pictures here. This is Real Deal Bass Gear and More. And then this here is my son's CD from his band. You can check them out on Spotify. He is in the band The Moon is Flat. He is their keyboard player, and so you should go check out The Moon is Flat on I was going to say on iTunes. Yeah, go buy their album too. No, on Spotify. You can check them out on Spotify. And then the other side of the room is where all the posters are. If I flip this around, what bad thing's going to happen? Okay, unplug this. That's fine. That didn't work. I unplugged this. It didn't work. All right. What's left? Oh, this unplugged my microphone. So that has to stay plugged in. I don't need battery. All right. So let's see the rest of the room. This is the secret sides of the room. Okay. There is. Okay. So you see the amps back here? That's my brother-in-law's amp. He fell on hard times, and I've been storing his amp ever since, and that is the amp I use to practice right now, because my other amp, which is over here, is the Fender Mustang. I hate to admit this to my mom, but it don't work. I don't know if I'm going to pay to fix it. It's really, really old, and I think the cone is shot. So anybody expert on electronics? Uncle Yukon, you know about electronics? Yeah, it's got tubes and all the great stuff. It looks really cool, but it's a doorstop. All right, let's keep going. There's the window. You can see out into my backyard if that was open. There's our questions. And then here's where the posters start. That is, oh, and my shelf. So this is my bass gear shelf. I'm going to be off mic if I walk over. So you can see over here, this is all gear. There's my flute from middle school, and the rain stick, all of those things, all the extra pedals that I never use, all of that is all stacked there in that shelf. There's my Hamilton poster that says there's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. Really wait a lot. Oh, Uncle Yukon. I had so much hope in you that you would be able to fix my amplifier, and this is what you're telling me. Oh, well. So this band, yeah. Thanks, KJ Chicago. We'll see. I need them to gig again. So, all right. And then this is my desk. See, it's got all this stuff and Post-it notes to remind me of things. Oh, I'm not showing you my passwords, but I also have more posters up there. So it is more Hamilton, and there's Eliza, and it says, you want a revolution? I want a revelation. Work. And then I'm not throwing away my shot, and you have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. And there's myself as represented in a Funko Pop. And this is my happy light that I'm using as my second light for my studio. And then behind me is another shelf, just like the one with the pink baskets, except they're all blue baskets, and it's all YouTube here. So, and this picture, somebody said what mountain it was. That's Mount Rainier, and this is Hurricane Ridge. So if you go to my other channel, my travel channel, you'll see Hurricane Ridge. We almost died coming down off of Hurricane Ridge. Well, I felt like we were going to die. My husband didn't think we were going to die, but I did. So let's see. I'm going to read more of your chat. Goes bad by a new one. Oh, yeah, the new Boss Katana bass amps. My son has a Katana guitar amp. He likes it. I don't love it, but I could go look and see what I think. I do like Boss Gear, and I think it's good company, but I'm not sure. Tubes could be worn out. It's hard to test tubes these days. Yeah, I think it's the actual cone that's blown. Do find a tube tester on eBay and maybe YouTube is a problem. I'm not throwing away my shot from the Play Hamilton. Yes, KJ Chicago. I have a little Hamilton thing going on. If you ever watch behind the scenes, you'd know that the musical arranger that did all the orchestration, Alex Lacamoire, he is a fan of all of the music that I love, and he loves Rush and Geddy Lee, and he was very influenced when writing Hamilton. So if you pay attention during Hamilton to the music going on underneath the musical, from beneath the orchestra pit, or near the orchestra pit beneath the stage, you'll hear very familiar, there's, I think, a very familiar bass line in the King's song, You'll Be Back. That sounds very much like Sir Paul McCartney. And definitely you can hear Geddy Lee's influence throughout. And so I obviously kind of have a thing now. And today is my editing day. So I have my mug that says, Editing Day, please do not disturb. Don't break anything. Okay, so I got 8 of you. It's time for a new question. Since you didn't all answer. I mean, some of you did, but not all of them. Now I have 2 more posters too. I have a poster over there that is from one of the last concerts I went to before the popular sickness, which was We the Kings, and Pizza All the Way Down, a John Green, Hank Green reference. Hank signed it too. Oh, I got a great question. What is one thing you would invent? Please let me know in the chat. What is one thing you would invent? I have to think about that for a second. I think there's a lot of things that are invented that I'm just not willing to pay for. But what would I invent? Oh, I like a transducer, so I don't have to fly. I don't have to fly places. I could just get in it and go there, and no more. I don't have to deal with cars or security. I can just materialize. Hey, Grandpa, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We are just rounding up this test. Found out that my webcam doesn't work, so that's a good thing to know. But that the microphone, yes, webcam, no, and how to change this. I wonder if and that my, I didn't have a. Hey, let's try. It will not go to 1080, but we'll try 720. Oh, it says I'm already going at 720. Mirror my camera. Yes, please. So much better. All right, now I was able to do some of these settings because I was missing them because I couldn't get my mouse over. What about virtual background? Oh, no, we won't do that. Audio. It says internal mic built in. Default internal mic. I hope not. I hope it's using the other microphone. All right, this is part of the test, folks. I have to ask you, which mic are we using? Is this microphone working? Or is it the internal mic that's picking it up, which would be right here on my desktop? This mic or that mic? What mic are we using? Hey, is that Gail? Welcome. Cheers from Mexico. Thanks for letting us know where you're here from. So good to hear from you. We are just running a test. Found out that you can recover from breaking glass all over your desk before your live stream. We were reminded that Uncle Yukon has an Alaskan Malamute. I gave you the rig rundown on all of these musical instruments behind me in a room tour. And now we're figuring out if this is the microphone that's working or if it's this microphone that's built into my computer that's working. So that would be a great thing for you to let me know. Which mic am I live on? Is this mic hot? Or is it this mic that's hot? Yes. Daylight savings times. This is the last year. This is the last year, I believe, of daylight saving. I thought I heard that this is the last year. Oh, it's Congress. States did also. So, okay, I'm going to tap the mics, but I'm going to go gently because we don't want to break them. This is a lesson. Be gentle when you're testing a microphone. Okay, that's the one on the stand. And this is the internal mic. Is it the mic on the stand? There's a filament. You don't want to break the filament. Or the internal mic. Let me know which one you think. Oh, so this mic isn't working. All right, so this is... How does our friend Dan do this? He makes it look so easy, and then he plays off like he's not the smartest knife in the drawer. He is the smartest knife in the drawer. Absolutely. So I am now not using the mic that's not working, right? So, have I played the upright bass? No. Funny story. I kind of grew up a little bit poor. Like, we weren't always on food stamps, and I didn't always get reduced lunch, but sometimes I did. And it wasn't dirt poor, but I was in a neighborhood that didn't have money for orchestra instruments, so we only played band. We did not have an orchestra, so I did not get exposed to the upright bass, though I think it would be lovely. I play for youth ministries at church, and the other bass player is an upright bass player. So she is an orchestra at her school, and when she plays bass, I can tell by the way that she holds her bass that she is an upright player and not an electric player. But I am an electric player exclusively. It may not work, but it makes a great prop. I believe he's talking about my microphone, my expensive microphone that's not working. Yes. There may be more tests as I try to get the microphone working. And this might not be the last test, and I try to get an external. But our goal is to have microphone and camera working in 1080 for you all on the 25th. So we can talk about Christmas presents because it's going to be Christmas. It's going to be time for us to talk about those gifts. But it does make a great prop. I think that if we wanted to lip sync, totally possible with that, but not for, yeah. Yeah, move the power switch to the mic. Yeah, there's no switch. Yeah, well, the issue here is this mic is running through the Onyx 2x2, and then it runs into the computer. I have to tell it that there's a new mic. Let me see. I hope you mean this is my new mic, computer. You better work. I don't think that's what you mean, but I could try that. Computer. I paid good money for this thing. Make it work. This is where I need my son, Caleb. Grandpa says, I really like electric bass sound, but magnetic upright bass sound not really good. Yeah, the pickups on upright bass are finicky. This weekend I'm playing with a cello player. Cello! And getting her microphone to work. It's drama, I have to say. Every single time it's drama. All right, let's go into settings, see if I can do something about this microphone situation. Audio. Let's try Onyx 2x2. Mm-hmm. All right. I can hear my husband talking downstairs. I wonder if you can. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Okay, folks, thank you. This is only a test. This is a test of your emergency broadcast system. So I want to ask you if you hear me through this microphone or through this microphone. The mic works? Really? Can you hear me okay? Is my question. How's my volume? Do I need to be closer in? Can I push the mic away? What do you think? How is my volume? There was a drop down that I had to select. Do you remember in Hawaii when they told the people that the tsunami was coming, and it was because someone clicked the wrong drop down on the instead of running it's only a drill, he ran the it's not a drill. Loud and clear. Oh, good. Yay! And I'm still standing. No. We're not paying Elton John. Nope. Oh, is it louder now? Okay, so turn down your volume. Yay! So there's one. Now, if we could just get the camera to work. Not a success. But I will work on that for next time. I think I might have to buy a webcam because I tried to use my phone and it didn't work. And plus, I want my phone when I'm live streaming, right? Thank you, KJ Chicago. I like the upright bass slap, but not on electric. Oh, like in jazz, right? What did I do? Yeah, it was a drop down. Still potato cam. This is a potato cam. You are correct, Robert. You win for potato cam. I've heard all that matters is your audio, and people put up with it ever video. No, I'm going to try to fix it. I'm going to try to get a webcam. I mean, I was work from home. I don't work anymore, but when I was work from home, I would, be stuck because you couldn't order a webcam during the popular sickness. But I think those days have passed. I'll probably do a product review on it. Everything's a product review. Yukon and his tech support, but the potato cam, I like that, Robert. Hi, this is Di, and this is the potato cam. See, now I can do all my voices now that I know my microphone's working. Every time there's a microphone, my daughter has to do ASMR, AMSR, however you call it. She has to. She can't resist it. She's just all of a sudden she's like, and welcome. Stop. It's creepy. All right. Okay, I'll check out the AKG mic if I get a chance. I will. I'm stuck with this one now for a little while because I paid for it. And it was not in the OFF position. All right. So no one answered what they would invent. They'd probably invent a webcam for me. Hey, this is a test. Hi, 12 people at this test. I really appreciate you being here. And the next time we are going to go live, 11. They hung up when I didn't acknowledge them. We're going to go live on the 25th. We're going to do a show about Christmas presents. So bring your great Christmas present ideas, especially if you have ideas for bass players or musicians. Maybe we should be looking at some record players or some 8-track tape players, something interesting like that. But we are drawing questions from a hat or a bag, depending on how you look at it. I may have done this at my retirement party at work. But if it gets too quiet, okay, that is the cutest profile picture I've ever seen in my entire life. But I'd invent an answer. Cute. Robert's going with the drummer with a volume knob. You know that electric drums, they have to go through the house and then be turned up. So electric drums are kind of drums with a volume. I mean, all you hear is pat, pat, pat. Oh My gosh. Okay, so my son, the keyboard player for The Moon is Flat, he would stay up at night practicing with headphones in, right? So that should not be a problem, except for that. So he's playing keys with headphones in, and you can just hear the key noises, loud key noises. Like the whole house is vibrating with just the noise while he has headphones in. It was really ridiculous. Oh, okay, Grandpa. Thank you for the advice. I'll be looking for a low priced camera and we can talk about it on the live stream where we talk about Christmas presents because I probably can't be the only person that could use a decent webcam now that you can actually order them. Chris would invent a properly tuned oboe. Never heard one. Does an oboe always sound like it's kind of squawking? I think it kind of does. Look at that. It isn't focusing on me either. This camera, it is focusing on the mandolin. If I put my head back by the mandolin, will I be in focus? Yeah, this has to go. This camera has to go. And then I can turn the lights down. The lights can be cool again. This isn't cool. There's nothing cool about this. I can't wait for Christmas. Do I have any plans for Thanksgiving? Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving. Let's talk. Everybody, write down if you have plans. If you're for Canada, you probably already celebrated Thanksgiving, didn't you? But Americans, we are celebrating Thanksgiving. If Australia is still in the house, when do you celebrate the founding of your country? And thankfulness to the native people who are hosting us here. So, yeah, we are going to have dinner here. All the kids are coming. My daughter is bringing her boyfriend, so that will be fun. My oldest is a vegan now, so grandma will be cooking the vegan protein, which all the rest of us are going to want to eat. Great question, KJ Chicago. Oh, that's your first Alaskan Malamute in the picture from 1979. Oh, it's so cute. Our friend Dan once said, life is a matter of dogs you outlive. So, Uncle Yukon, have you had a few dogs? It's a terrible question. Terrible question. All right, let's get that question down. It won't let me hide it. Hide. There we go. All right. The band has to tune to the oboe. Good point. Australian Day is in January. Awesome. I didn't even know how to really ask the question, but now we know Australian Day is in January. So Robert, have a great Australian Day. Hey, Cinderella 1100. Sorry for taking a second. Just trying to catch up on comments. Uncle Yukon's going to be Cinderella. Let us know where you're from. And are you a musician? Are you an animal person? We've got a mix. All right. Not an animal person. That doesn't sound quite right. We have a number of people who are here because we enjoy pets. Doesn't sound right either. My kids say everything I say doesn't sound right. Uncle Yukon will be eating cranberry sauce, turkey slices, eggnog, and maybe cherry pie. Yum. Yes. And Sharon, who is my mother and my son's grandmother, is going to be making the vegan shepherd pie, which sounds delicious. Oh, okay. So Alicia looks very close to Yukon. That's cool. Yes, after Thanksgiving comes Black Friday and Christmas shopping. So that's why we're going to meet up again on Black Friday and talk about gifts for bass players and musicians and other gift recommendations that you may have. I think that'll be a fun show to talk about. And if you buy something using my Amazon affiliate link, I'll get pennies. So it all works out for everybody. Chris's parents are coming. Chris is in Arizona, right? Are coming from South Dakota for Thanksgiving. I handle the cooking. Man does the dessert. That sounds great. I will be doing the turkey, and my husband, Jerry, handles a lot of he handles the mashed potatoes and the peeling. I'm not into peeling things. I tried to peel an acorn squash the other night. That was a disaster. Oh, right. So I asked Uncle Yukon how many dogs he's had. I've had 29. This is his 27th Alaskan Malamute. Uncle Yukon, in dog years. How old does that make you? It's not funny. I should not be laughing. 29 dogs. I imagine you've had more than one at a time. But if you had them one at a time and each dog each year was 7 dog years, that would make you 203. It's not funny. Oh, okay, KJ Chicago. I don't know. Does someone in the comments know what humble turkey is? Because I do not. So I would love to hear what humble turkey is. Oh, this is a great bass question. Bailey Dennis W. Which bass do you play the most? And I have to say that the CIJ is the bass that I play the most. CIJ, for non-bass niche folks, is created in Japan. And this bass is my practice bass right now. I use it the most. My black Music Master bass, which is older than this one, I used to practice on the most, but I've been using it less because this screw has been stripped out now. And so I can't put the strap on it. Yeah, I have a lot of things to fix. Okay. I got a broken amp. I have a strip screw. So I don't have a strap on it, and you need a strap to practice standing up. So I end up practicing on this bass. The other really cool, I'm going to take your comment off so that you can see my bass. Let's get to the important stuff so you can see the bass. Is my son had bought a set of flat wound for his bass, and he's a multi-instrumentalist. And the flat wounds, which if you don't know, bass is like a cable, and around it can be a round cable that goes around the inner one, or it can be a flat cable. This has flat wounds on it. So when I rub my fingers back and forth on the strings, not a lot of noise. Well, it's also just softer on my hands. And so when I practice on this bass because I can practice a lot longer without worrying about blisters and things because of the flat wounds. Now, my show bass that I play, my gigging bass, it is the light blue one, and it's the PJ bass. So it has precision pickups and jazz pickups. So it's got pickups here and a pickup down here. That bass is my gigging bass. It has round rounds on it because that breaks through the sound of a worship band. And so a lot of people use round rounds in worship setting. But anyway, this one's getting the most use right now. Okay, I have gotten really behind on comments considering we're just testing here. Let's see. Used to run 11 dog sled team back in the 80s. Uncle Yukon, for real? A sled dog team? I love that. I love that for you. That is amazing. Okay. I don't have a bucket list. I've done all my bucket list items. For those of you who don't know, I have multiple medical issues and I have cancer and all of that. 20 years. Next year, it's going to be 20 years I've been living through this. But you'd think I'd have a bucket list, right? I mean, I literally have a poster that says you have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. And yet no bucket list. And I just saw a bucket list that said being pulled on a sled by a dog was on the bucket list. This means it's meant to be. I need to go visit our friend in Michigan and be pulled by her sled dogs. I've got to put it on my bucket list, right? All right, Cinderella 1100. I play guitar for Scranton, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania in the house. Don't know if you are into old school YouTubers. Prank versus Prank, Jesse and Gina. They just shot a video in Pennsylvania. So it was really cool to see some Philadelphia, but Scranton, Pennsylvania is amazing. I think we're all familiar with Scranton. Okay, like my office thing is just as bad as, I love a good fandom, okay? All right. Uncle Yukon plays songs on the radio, but he has with guitars in them, real rock and roll oldies, but goodies and country. That is another live stream I thought we might do after the Christmas shopping episode. I already have the thumbnail. Anyway, after that live stream, I want to do a live stream where we talk about, and I will credit Rick Beato. I got this idea from him, but let's talk about why music today stinks and oldies are better. I think that that's a controversial thing. I think oldies are better. Prove me wrong. That kind of thing. Let's do that. We'll do that video after the live stream about Christmas presents and after I have a decent webcam. All right, let's keep going. I chunked Uncle Yukon is 8,700. What kind of math is this, Chris? This is roasting Uncle Yukon math, isn't it? You should be lucky to be that old. Oh, Grandpa who stands with Ukraine wants to know what your favorite language is. This is controversial. In high school and college, I took a little bit of French. So I really like French, can kind of understand it. In middle school and high school, had a itty bit of Japanese. So I do like a little Japanese language. I think it's really cool. I don't have anything against Spanish. I really am interested in the words that are used, like, the Cuban word will be different than the Mexican word and like from Colombia word for something. I think that is just so interesting to me. And I like how Australians and Africans speak English. I think it's really cool. And Irish people when they're speaking English. It's really cool. But I would like to hear the rest of you in the comments. I would like you guys to chime in with what your favorite languages are. I have a least favorite language. Is that a thing? I don't know if I should share it. It probably hurts somebody's feelings. But I definitely have a least favorite. All right. So what is Uncle Yukon? Fiery boulders. I'm so old I helped make the sand. The earth is constructed out of from fiery boulders when it was first formed. I believe him. Chris worked as a cabin boy on Noah's Ark. They seated Uncle Yukon in the senior section. Oh, it is roast poor Uncle Yukon night, isn't it? I didn't know. This was just a test. Now I've been warned. When we get together on the 25th to protect Uncle Yukon. He is a national treasure. Let's see. KJ Chicago. Am I going to get another Fender for Christmas? Last guitar I bought was a Gibson SG-J in January 2021. Oh, and you had asked me something about seeing the new Squires, and I did see the 2022 Squires. I thought I did a video about them. And I got to play some in Hawaii. I did put that video out, but I haven't put it on the travel channel. Do know that there is a second channel, Real Bill Travel, that has my travel and medical updates. Am I going? I don't think I'm going to be getting another base anytime soon because I don't know where I'd put it. I do have this you need to see. Since we're not being professional during a test. These are all wall mounts to put my guitars and instruments up on the wall behind me. It hasn't happened. But there they are. I even found there's a Post-it in there from my oldest that says good for one guitar hanger. He doesn't work at a music store anymore. I don't think he's going to make good on his promise. All right. Uncle Yukon's still waiting for his life jacket and drink on Noah's Ark. The neck on that bass guitar looks like a Fender Precision bass guitar. Yes. Yes. It's very similar, but it's shorter. Oh no, it's still the Ark. These chimpanzees took the life jackets. Yes, for real. 11 dogs. Oh, with dogs? You wanted to go to Alaska with the dogs? That would be amazing. Have you been to Alaska at all? I would love to see in the comments who's been to Alaska. I have not. We went to Yellowstone. I made a video about it. But I have not been to Alaska. I think I need to go. Maybe I should put that on my bucket list. Yesterday, single kitten watched me. He was cold, but I don't own my apartment. Okay. My neighbor's cat hangs out on my porch, and she is a killer. She kills mice. She killed a rabbit. She is a tiny cat, and she killed a rabbit, drug it across my porch with it, screamed. It's crazy. Everybody should have one, though, because we were going to get rats otherwise. Jess in Michigan has 2 dogs that she'll run in this winter. Her older dog, Memphis, has been recovering from surgery, so she won't be pulling the sled. Maybe never will again. I wonder if she'd want to ride on the sled. Memphis has she's got such a good personality. I could see her riding on the sled. It's hard for me to think about her not running. It's crazy. All right, let's see. Today's music. No story in the song. Subjects like killing cops and people. I refuse to listen to it. It's more to show the attributes of the females instead of the music they're trying to play. We will get into that. That is a topic for our next stream after this one. So I think it'll be a great thing. Oh no, I'm so far behind. Roasting's fine. It's cold here. Well, I hope this warms your heart, Uncle Yukon, that we paid so much attention to you. I can't believe it, Chris. You behave poorly in the chat. I've never seen that before. So Uncle Yukon and Chris hang out with us. A channel called RFS Dan is my friend Dan. Before he live streamed almost exclusively, and a personal friend now in person. Like I actually see him as a person. But yeah, these guys. All right, Uncle Yukon. Yes, sometimes I bathe before the chat. I just don't chat. I won't tell you. Moon is constructed of. Okay. Just getting something for Christmas that you like. Yep. Oh, okay. We're talking about languages again. This is always interesting. Learning the Polish language, to me, as a Belarus, it's not so hard because Belarus language is also Slavic language. And I understand Ukrainian and Belarus, very, very similar. Don't need to translate. I have a friend from Belarus, and it is a really neat language. So that's cool. That's really cool. And we also have many, many people from the Ukraine or from Ukraine that live around here. They moved when it was the Ukraine. Many, many, many. Oh, okay. This. I need more of this in my comments. KJ Chicago, you're doing fine. But everybody else, so busy picking on Uncle Yukon. Whereas more of this is fun. This is not a show. This is just a test. This is only a test. I'm going to have to go eat dinner soon, aren't you? Might pull the sled on very short runs, very slow. Poor Memphis. Memphis is a dog that pulls a sled and maybe not anymore. Oh, KJ Chicago. When you come to Chicago, check out the 2 Main Streets, State and Madison, Chicago Avenue, downtown Chicago, the stores, and the Bean. Mom. Sharon Hale, my mom. Please chime in. Yes. I know I need to go to Chicago. Now, our friend Jess, whose channel is Gone to the Snow Dogs and Snow Dogs Vlogs, she has a dog show. No, a pet expo in Chicago. So I could maybe come to Chicago to go to a pet expo. It was canceled because of the popular sickness, but I think it'll be coming back. Oh, Cinderella took your suggestion by putting a piece of foam under the strings by the bridge to produce a rubber sound. I didn't know if that's what you meant. Okay. Cinderella had the best question, which was, how do you make your bass tone so that it sounds like the songs in the 70s? And sent me and said, like in Cats in the Cradle. Now, if you're familiar with the song, Uncle Yukon, Cats in the Cradle, and my mother, anybody else, it is the saddest song. When I was a kid, I would hear this song, and there's a line, "When you coming home, Dad? I don't know when, but we'll get together then." I mean, an 8-year-old girl me cried over this song. Adult woman with children? Oh, yeah, I'm going to cry about this song every single time. Like, this song will make me cry. But I was guessing that Cinderella was talking about that sound, that James Jamerson sound, that tone. And they get it by putting a sponge. Okay, I'll show you where to put the sponge. I don't have one. I can't show you that. But they cut a sponge in half or in thirds or quarters or something. And they put a piece of it right down here, right by the bridge. So it goes under, like my finger is under. And it changes the tone of the bass. That was a big trick for 60s and 70s music. And so I think that I thought that might help. So I'm glad you tried it. Is it helping? I would like to hear that. That would be cool. Aw. Okay, I will let my Belarus friend know that you say hi. All right. I do like Spanish, KJ Chicago. I do not speak Spanish. I think my mom does a little bit. She can order dinner. Chris says dinner. Yes, we will be getting to that. I can hear my husband rummaging around the kitchen, but do I know if he's cooking? No. We're going to have salmon tonight. He went fishing in Alaska and brought home lots of salmon. And so my cholesterol is very high. My doctor said that I need to not eat red meat every meal. So we'll have a salmon meal tonight. Yes, my mother does keep telling me that we need to go to Chicago. It's so true. Uncle Yukon had chili for dinner, so he's warm all night. That's true. Chris, where's Cat's Cradle? You will cry. Thank you. I feel validated. This is exactly how I feel about Cats in the Cradle. Now we're getting some more geography of Chicago. State Street separates east and west. Madison Street separates north and south in Chicago. It's good to know. And speaking of Chicago, do you remember the rock band Chicago? And Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Oh, I love Chicago. I love Chicago. My son has a huge poster, covers the whole hallway in his apartment of Chicago. It came inside one of their albums. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. There is a story. There is a video. Go back through my videos. There is a video when we were at NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants. 3 of the guys from Blood, Sweat, and Tears performed in a surprise show. So much better than a surprise live stream. But they did. It was so good. Do you remember? Chris made a trip to Seattle 9 years ago, fell in love with salmon chowder. Oh, Chris, I love salmon chowder. We make it here at home. And it tastes like it. Like we have one of those recipes that says, tastes like Seattle salmon chowder. And it does. You have to have capers. Who knew? And this one, they actually even have like little shrimp in it. It is so good. It is on the regular menu here. Since my husband and I are no longer working, we eat a lot of meals in. Not a lot of dining out, no fast food. Like, yeah, with my cholesterol. Okay, Cinderella putting a piece of foam on the strings definitely changed the texture of the sound of the strings. I'm aging my bass through a 15-inch speaker. I'm sure it sounds better through 10. Oh, I don't know. I think a 15 would be great. KJ Chicago, remember Bob Dylan? Clive Davis, Dylan signed with Columbia Records in 1961. That's awesome. Oh, Chris found the salmon chowder. It turns out really well. It does. It's so good. Yeah, Chris, why didn't you stop and say hi to us? Like, really? What's the deal? All right, guys, I think we're going to have to round this up. I can speak. I think we need to wind this up because I really do have to go eat dinner and I do hear food happening downstairs. I don't want to miss it. So I want to get some notes from you below in the comments before I'm gone. Please let me know what videos you'd like to see, live streams you'd like to see. I'm going to literally take notes. Camera. We don't like this resolution, so I'm going to try to fix the camera problem. We decided the microphone is okay, right? And we won't have to do all these lights when we're at a better resolution. We'll be able to turn the lights down and it will be a little more romantic. Yep, I'm going to take your suggestions. Do you have any other suggestions? Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire, not Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I mixed up the bands. We heard Earth, Wind, and Fire, not Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I love them all, though. It's just the similar names. It's been fun. Oh, till the next episode. Yeah, no problem. I'm just trying to be polite to our other live streaming friends and not step on them. Do my live streams on different days. We definitely need snacks. I'm on a popcorn thing. Please tell me, what do you think the best way to make popcorn is? We're doing microwave popcorn right now, the kind in the bag with the artificial flavoring. Should I be making it from scratch? Do we need the thing that goes on the stove and you have to spin it? Do you just use a paper bag? Like, I am a little obsessed with popcorn right now, so I can use lots and lots of advice. That would be a great snack. We definitely need popcorn. You know, you cannot eat it while you're live, the person hosting the live stream. It's impossible. Oh, and we're going to figure out some way to earn super chats. This could be a revenue stream if I figure out a super chat strategy. So let me know. I've got a piece. I got a notebook. Oh, look at this. Grandpa's teaching us. It's hard on the English alphabet, but I'll try. Belarus language. Hi, friends, is Pravitanya Sarabi. Oh, I don't trust myself. My mom, I bet my mom can do it. She's good at languages. That's awesome. All right, so let's wind it up. I'm going to get a webcam that works. And we got the mic working, and I'll be able to add a screen. Let me see here. If I go like this, news layout, press Shift 5. Let's see, Shift 5. Nope. So I want to figure out how to be able to put a slide up. So I need to learn to put a slide up. Super chat for snacks. Oh, Chris, thank you. You didn't have to do that. I was just fishing, but I'll take it. I entertained you tonight. It's weird, but that's how these things start. You have to start weird and then work your way into normal or just totally strange. But thank you, Chris, so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Super chat for snacks. That will go season some salmon. And I'll get a web camera that works and a super chat strategy. And I'll see if I can do 2 screens so you can see what we're talking about when we talk about the different gift items. We want to be able to bring them up. I need to tag all the gifts too. All right. Thank you all for being here. We're going to quit. Yeah. Good night, Mom. Start weird. I already totally started. Me too. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for helping with my test and my microphone situation. And I will see you next time. We'll see you on the 25th at 5:30. And we're going to talk about Christmas gifts. It's going to be fun. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Thank you. I appreciate you. Take care. Do you remember? I have to learn how to turn this off. Thanks, Chris. Have a great night. Say hi to Amanda and AJ for me. All right. Oh, Uncle Yugon. He's dishing it out now. He's not just taking it. Good night, you guys. I'm going to clock off. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye. New studio. Leave. All right. Leave.